Today, I'm giving you an opportunity to start an AI business that almost nobody is talking about yet. It's the kind of opportunity that feels like buying Bitcoin in 2012. And in this video, I will show you exactly what this business model is, why it works, and more importantly, how you can start it today. Because you're just a few minutes away from discovering a business you can start right now that requires zero money, zero coding skills, and positions you as the most valuable asset any business could have. So let's dive into the opportunity of becoming an AI partner. And stay until the end because I will give you the exact blueprint to build it from scratch. Right now, everyone's talking about the same thing. Start an AI automation agency, build and sell AI agents. And it sounds smart, it sounds like a good opportunity because it's complicated. So people think that businesses will pay for this, but it's a lie. See, businesses don't want another AI expert automating random tasks. Most businesses don't even know what they want. But that's not the biggest problem. The problem is that agents are not as good as people claim them to be. I was at a conference here in Switzerland, and the number one reason why businesses were not implementing more agents was because of the lack of results and return on investments. And the worst part of all of this is that you have businesses with complex AI agents that still don't know how to use ChatGPT. But trust me, that's not even the reason why starting an AI automation agency is not optimal. To truly understand why selling automations and agents is a dying business, you need to understand the direction AI companies are taking. Not even a week ago, OpenAI announced AgentKit. And even though NA10 is still way better than AgentKit, there's a problem for automation agencies. The issue behind OpenAI launching AgentKit shows where the big corporations are going. They're making AI more accessible. That means that what is now considered complicated could become easy at the reach of anyone, anytime. And if an average guy can create an agent in minutes alone, automation agencies are dead. And that's exactly why becoming an AI partner is the best decision you can make. And during the next few minutes, I will present to you the opportunity of becoming an AI partner, a business model that is answering the exact demand of the market, while AI automation agencies are creating demand for businesses that don't even know what they want. You're going to create partnerships with businesses and evolve with the technology, so you can't possibly run out of business or get replaced. Now, in order to understand why this model is the best, I want you to go back to the pure basics of business. The essence of getting paid for something is solving a problem. Now, think about a classic business. Think about their biggest problem. What are people saying? Well, the one biggest problem of every business right now is not knowing how to use AI. A business problem isn't that they don't know how to build AI agents. Their problem is that they don't know what opportunities exist for them in AI. Therefore, that's exactly where you come in. As an AI partner, your role is to solve the single biggest problem businesses have, which is helping them understand what AI can offer them and accompanying them through the shift. Businesses don't want one fancy AI automation. They want to make sure their business will thrive in the AI era. And I'm sorry to offend some of you, but an agent or even an army of agents is not what will make a business thrive in the AI era. And that's exactly why becoming an AI partner is the way of operating today, because you're solving people's number one problem. And right now, it's a blue ocean, because 99% of the world is still chasing the shiny, trendy AI business model. Everyone is looking at automation agencies. And I know it works because that's exactly what I've been doing for the past 3 years. For those who don't know me, my name is Logan Senex. I'm an AI partner. I lead businesses through the AI shift. And today I'm sharing my experience with this because I went through a lot of different things. I tried selling automations, I tried selling agents, but every time I had this weird feeling like I was finding ways to make people pay for my services, when there were better ways to actually help them. I knew my agents were providing value, but I felt like AI was more than that. And then one day, it hit me. I was talking to a business owner at a conference. He was explaining to me the AI solution his company was implementing. And then I asked about other ways he was already using AI, and he told me none. I then asked why he decided to implement this AI agent. He said, because AI is the future and I need to adapt. At that exact moment, I understood something important. Selling agents wasn't solving business's biggest problem. Agents are fancy and businesses love that, but the gold is hidden deeper. That person didn't buy an agent, he bought a way to adapt to AI. And from that moment, I decided to focus entirely on helping businesses adapt to AI. So I built roadmaps, created frameworks, gave advice on which AI tools they should use and how to use them. Basically, I started guiding business owners through the shift again and again. And today I'm sharing everything here because I can't take every client. I'm standing in front of a blue ocean, and even though I can't take every client, I can give you the playbook. Because if you truly understand what I'm sharing here, you will never worry about finding clients again. Because right now we're standing at the edge of a blue ocean, but soon enough it will turn more and more red. So enough talking, let me show you what you do as an AI partner and how you can become one. I've made for you a board so that you can easily understand each step. Here I will present to you the key steps once your client wants you to be their AI partner. We won't cover client acquisition in this video. However, I will dive deep into that in the resource I've made for you in my free community. Now, once your client wants to work with you, the first step is the partnership alignment. It's crucial for you to understand what your client wants from you. The key to a long-term partnership is that you're answering the client's demand. The first step is usually the onboarding. This is where you put everything in place so that your partnership will go well. The three typical things to set up are project management, communication, and a drive. For project management, I personally use Notion. I know it's not exactly as developed as Asana, but you will see that most clients don't want complex project management tools. And that's why I manage most of my partnerships with Notion. Then you need to decide how you're going to communicate with the clients. You usually have two options. Slack is my personal favorite. It's both professional while still being easy and fast. However, some clients will prefer WhatsApp for more casual communication. And finally, you need to set up a Google Drive. This is where you're going to manage all the documents. Once the onboarding is complete, it's time to understand why the client wants AI. And that's what I call the North Star. It's crucial to understand what a North Star is. My definition of a North Star is not the same as objectives or goals. So what's their vision? Why do they want AI? It could be KPI driven, they want to save time or improve efficiency. It could be that they want to create an AI product. For example, a marketing agency offering AI content to their clients. It could be as simple as the fear of falling behind. Or maybe they're just curious, they want to explore what AI can do for them. And finally, there are also people who want AI only for their branding, so that they can tell their clients that they're using AI. Once you understand why the client wants AI in the first place, it becomes much easier to build a successful partnership, because you know what your client wanted from the start. However, I insist that the North Star is not the same as objectives or goals. A client's North Star could be purely branding, for example, but that doesn't mean that you should implement AI solutions only for branding. Then, once you understand your client's North Star, it's time to set a rhythm. The rhythm is how often and how you're going to deliver for your client. Your role as a partner is to continuously fuel the AI growth of your client. So you need to fix a pace. Do you text your client daily, weekly, or even monthly? Then how are you going to deliver? Do they want calls, Loom videos, Slack messages, Notion documents, or even PDFs? And finally, you will fix the checkpoints, usually monthly or quarterly. The checkpoints are there to review the ongoing partnership and adapt it if you need it. For example, changing the rhythm, the KPIs, or even the North Star. The rhythm is what helps you set the monthly fee for the client. You won't charge as much for a client that wants one monthly Loom update as you would for a client who wants weekly Google Meet calls with you. And finally, you need to set up KPIs. The classics are time saved and cost reduction. But there are other options. For example, output per employee or customer satisfaction, then you need to set up a simple tracking system and a baseline. The baseline is the current data, so that you can later evaluate the return on investment of the AI solutions through the KPIs. And a tracking system should be simple. I usually build mine in Notion, but you can also do it in Google Sheets. And that's it for the partnership alignment. The purpose of this is to truly understand what your client expects from you, so you can deliver exactly what they want and have a happy client. After that, depending on the client's goal, you need to propose an AI audit and an AI roadmap. To understand if an AI audit can help the business, you need to look at what your client actually wants. An AI audit and an AI roadmap are crucial to implement AI the right way. So, if your client wants to actively implement AI in their business, you need to do an AI audit. However, if your client is just curious about AI and simply doesn't want to miss any opportunity, you don't need to proceed with an AI audit. And here we come to a very important point. You need to make the right decisions with your clients. I know it's tempting to propose an AI audit to every single client. You can easily charge 2 to 10k for one, but your value comes from providing real value. If you advise a client to do an AI audit even though they're just curious about AI, you will most likely end up with an unhappy client. And as a partner, your role is to respond to the client's need and provide good advice. So keep the audits and the roadmap for clients who really want to implement AI in their business. The curious one don't need that. And trust me, you will make more money by having one curious client paying you 1k per month for a year or even more than a curious client who pays 4k for an audit and leaves you after 2 months. So always keep in mind that your role is to provide as much value as possible and keep your client happy. And by the way, you can always run an AI audit later. Now let's look at the AI audit. There are 2 main steps. One is process mapping and the second one is the opportunity matrix. The process mapping is simple. You're going to map out all processes on a board, usually in 4 categories: client acquisition, product delivery, admin tasks, and customer support. To do that, you will need to run interviews inside your client's business. And there are 2 types of interviews: the one with decision makers and the one with end users. But don't worry, I will dive deeper into how to run interviews in the resource in my community. Once you've run the interviews, you need to map the processes. Let me show you an example from the first steps of a product delivery for an AI partnership. So you receive the upfront Stripe payment, then you hop on an onboarding call. You manually create a Slack channel, you manually create a Google Drive, and you manually create a Notion workspace. Then you give access to your client and verify it works. After that, you hop on the partnership alignment call to fix the North Star, the rhythm, and the KPIs. And after that, you start the audit, and so on. Once you have the whole business process mapped out, your goal is to find the weak points in those processes and find AI solutions and strategies to solve them. And don't worry, we'll dive deeper into that in just a minute. The way you present it is through an opportunity matrix. The opportunity matrix is a visual way to show each solution's potential. The x-axis is the business impact, so from low to high, and the y-axis is the effort to implement, from small to large. Your role is to place each AI solution or strategy on this matrix. So the high effort and high impact are big swings, the high impact and small effort are quick wins, the small effort and small impact are nice to haves, and the large effort and low impact are no-go. So from there, you need to build the AI roadmap. Now you might ask, how do you find opportunities for the matrix? Well, that's where your value is as an AI partner. Your value is knowing what AI solutions exist and which strategies could help your client. And this is where I can help you. For the solutions, you have 3 options. You either buy, build, or develop. It's a simple framework I've created to explain what's possible with AI. Buying an AI solution are ready-to-use tools, so for example ChatGPT. Build solutions require a bit of setup, like automation platforms such as NA10, and develop solutions are custom-built models, machine learning, and complicated things. You will never need to advise developing custom AI models. That's purely for large corporations, not your clients. Then you have the strategies. I purely love strategy, and this can really help a business. I will talk a lot more about strategy here on this channel, but you have things like human-first approaches, blitzkrieg, or value-based strategy. I've put my favorite strategies and AI solutions inside the free resource in my community. Now, let's see how you build an AI roadmap. The first step is going back to the partnership alignment. Why? Because a quick win solution or a big swing might look powerful, but it might not align with your client goals. So by revisiting the North Star and the KPIs, you will rank the opportunities you found. Usually you start with quick wins before big swings. Then once you've ranked the opportunities, present them and validate them. Some solutions, even if beneficial, might be rejected by your clients. So always validate before designing your roadmap. Then you can simply proceed to creating the roadmap. So first, always add an executive summary, so a one-page overview a client can quickly refer to. Then create the implementation plan, so a list of ranked and validated AI solutions. Next, fix the resources and budget for each AI project. You will also define the timeline and milestones. The timeline shows how long each project will take, while milestones are key checkpoints to track progress. You will also look at risk and change management. The main risk is usually employees not wanting to adapt to new solutions. And finally, describe how the partnership will evolve. And then you can present the AI roadmap, which marks the start of your AI partnership. The partnership starts in two ways. The first one is you start executing the AI roadmap, or you apply a growth partnership. What I call a growth partnership is simply a partnership without a roadmap. In both cases, the idea is the same. First, you need to apply the partnership. Your client is paying you every month. You need to deliver what they're paying for. So apply the partnership alignments. Always keep in mind the North Star, always respect the rhythm, and always improve the KPIs. There are 4 keys to a successful AI partnership. The first one is good communication. You need to communicate as much as possible. Respect the rhythm, but keep your client updated. They need to know why they're paying you every month. The second key is proactive discovery. Go out there and search daily for new ways and new opportunities for your clients. The third one is continuous growth. Remember, your client is paying you every month. You're not a newsletter, you're a driver of growth. So find new strategies, explore new tools, and keep pushing progress. And sometimes deciding not to implement something is also great advice. Your clients want the right solutions. And finally, flexibility. Your relationship with your client should be enjoyable. If your clients want to change the rhythm, the North Star, or anything else, listen, he's the king. However, your role as a partner is also to give proper advice. So if you believe that your client is making a bad decision, it's your job to kindly share your opinion. But remember, the final decision will always be in your client's hands. So keep that in mind. And that's it. You now have everything you need to start your AI partnership. I couldn't cover everything in one video, and that's exactly why I built a free resource for you. Inside, you will find a complete blueprint. So how to find clients, how to map a business, find the right AI solutions, how to run an audit, and build your first long-term clients and create real results. So basically everything you need to claim this opportunity. And the good news is it's completely free. You will find it inside my community, The Shift. So join it, don't just watch others move. Move first. Because here's the truth. The world is changing faster than anyone expected, and you are early. Businesses need a partner, someone who understands AI and understands them. That someone could be you. You already have the knowledge, you just need the blueprint to turn it into a business. So you have in front of you the opportunity that could change your life. And the good news is that you're still early. Years from now, you could look back at this exact moment and regret not becoming an AI partner. Or you could join the shift and change your life in 2026. One thing is for sure, you have a blue ocean in front of you. You're early in this opportunity, and the decision to seize it is only up to you. So, thank you for watching, and welcome to the AI partnership era. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.